to overcome our difficulty. Such as if we are self-motivated ourselves, like we think why the difficulties is come over us and we are thinking of the people's what they told us and we are focusing on them. If we are overcoming, we have to be focused on two things: willpower and willpower.
Speak. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself is Yugma. I am from Hospital College, Jharsuguda. Today's topic is the real difficulty is always in our self, not in our surrounding. Yes, this is fact. We always blame to our fact and we think we are unlucky. But if we create a negative thought inside ourselves, then we can't succeed in life.
Next. Speak.
Good afternoon, everyone. With respect to my name is God is belief in ourselves because we lack in self-belief. We lack ourselves. We do not believe in ourselves. The mother says that difficulty comes because
there is a possibility. There is a possibility of failure as well as there is a possibility of tremendous growth. But with the divine grace, we can overcome any lacuna which we face in ourselves. It is a lacuna in ourselves which we have to combat. It is no difficulty, no worldly difficulty. So difficulties polish us and they make our will stronger so that we are fully prepared for the supramental transformation and we can realize the attributes of our true self.
Want to say that an individual needs to be proactive rather than reactive because a reactive person is influenced by external stimuli such as the environment in which he gives the fault for his mistakes. So a person should take initiative to accept his mistake and work on improving his abilities.
If there is a will, like initiative you are talking about, so I am telling, like if there is a will, there is a way, as we know. So we always try to blaming on other people that we could not achieve such kind of things. So we have to focus on ourselves, how we can overcome the difficulties. Like always we know that the life gives us about always second chance and we have to overcome. Like we are enough in ourselves and we can do what can we want. Like if living, like the people are saying we are unable to do such kind of things. Like we are having the internal abilities that we can go and perform. First of all, before going to this, like the real difficulties is always in our society. The people let them think if they will think this is not going to happen to us. So whatever we are, we have to find out ourselves. And if once we get to know who we are, then we can overcome every kind of.
Psychologically speaking, when we say trauma, it is not about what happens to you. It is about what happens inside of you while about the situation, right? So I would like to tell a story which will clarify this. For example, if father. And he has two sons. One son becomes extremely successful because he says that I don't want to be like my father. I don't want to lose control. And another son, he becomes an alcoholic again. He says he also blames his father. He says my father was like this, so I am like this. So basically, my point here is we can choose who we want to become. And we need to stop blaming others and the surroundings about our behavior. Maybe perhaps they have been faced some adverse situations, but we have the choice. We always have the choice to heal, to become better, to improve. And that is our power. And that is why we should not blame the surroundings.
No matter which we have done in our past, and we can't find the right path, which we achieve our goals.
But we cannot truly like we cannot give the fault to us only because the surrounding also plays a big role. Because if the society gives a fault to that individual,
I want to reform your point.
It's not
About like no matter
not
no matter if a man
On your point that we always know, we know that real difficulty is on ourselves, not in our surroundings, because there is always fear in our mind, heart, and we are always insecure about our society, that what our society thinks about us. Whatever we think,
like
No,
no matter if
what-
a
we
man
have to
no
stay in
matter
the society.
What the society
accept
thinks
your
about
point,
us is
but,
a very what the society thinks about us is a very superficial aspect, because the perception of difficulty changes with time.
That is
So what
our
is
mind
what
also.
is no what
That is
allow me
the
to
fear
finish,
of-
ma'am,
that is
ma'am,
our
allow me
mind.
to finish. What
That
is
is the
seeming
fear.
difficult now, it will look very silly tomorrow. In fact, the mother herself
It is
said
the role of
that
the mind only.
award of failure is the passport to even greater success. So if we think that some kind of a task is difficult to us, it may not be so. Ralph Waldo Emerson, the great American poet, he said, what is in front of you and what is behind you pales out in comparison to what is within you. So to fight against the external difficulties, you are saying heart, mind, whatever the society thinks about us. That is not written somewhere in
It is
stone.
ourselves.
That
We
keeps
have to live
changing.
in the society.
That keeps changing. That is not written in stone.
we have to live in the society. Society has positive factors and negative factors also. We know what we are capable of. And what we do, we should do for our self-satisfaction and everything for us. Then after that, we will follow to our society. Society
No,
has a
Self-satisfaction is a component of...
Society has
No, no.
two types. No,
Society
has
help us.
mentality
Okay,
and also
society
will
society
provoke
help us to do all the kinds of works, but we have to be self-motivated, and most important thing is that what kind of problems we are facing from the society, what the society is lagging behind. Or we
Look,
have to
society always
realization
talking about
realization is
whatever
most
the good
most
things and
important
bad
factor
things
that what
the
kind
society
of
will always
difficulties we are
always
facing.
provoke you.
What kind of difficulties
So
we are
it's
facing,
not-
that we have to focus on, and we have to realize upon that, and we have to work on that. We can say one kind of goal we can set, then we can move on. That is my opinion.
We can definitely move on with our goal. And
The thing is,
go with
there is
our
no
goals,
matter.
but society.
No
it's
matter
a-
if a man closes his eye or keeps it open, he can feel the sun, right? So we'll tell him if it is or not. The need is to focus on ourselves, get within and try to listen that thing.
So
That
you
is the
think that
self.
society plays the role is not
Society is what you attract to your language.
it's about ourselves. Why we are discussing about society? I'm saying that surrounding does not play any role in influencing.
Sorry dear, but society plays a vital role to improve ourselves, because if you want to be a good human being, the society always helps us.
My point
And
of
we
view,
have
as
to
I
keep,
think
we
that
have to
it's
keep in our mind.
everything in our mind.
Right, yes.
It's not about
Society-
society.
In
It's
society,
not about
various kind of persons are living there.
society.
So every person has an aspect of rational thinking, so we cannot stop.
No. Your reaction to the society is a function of your lower vital ego. Vital ego. That is not your real self. Your real self lies in higher consciousness. So what I am talking about is changing the earthly life to life divine. Whatever society is doing, your reaction to that, it is programmed by your past experiences with the society.
Society will do something, we will react. This is a natural process. But just take the positive side of society. Society influences us, and also it believes on crab mentality that whenever we will do something good, it will trap us behind.
Even
But
society
we know
blaming
we
us, so
have
we
to
have
find
to-
out what suits for us, right? It's not always that we blame someone else for the way we are behaving, right?
Yes, we
We should focus on ourselves. There, from the birth to our grave, there will be
surrounding is saying that is not important. What our surrounding is saying that is not important. We have to focus on ourselves. Like because we are the real difficulties is present inside in
But
us.
there are some
What
people
we
who
think
get demotivated
for us,
by
not what the
reaction of
society, that what society thinks. What we think is really matter to us. What our souls say about it. What we are related to our souls. We are the only souls.
Sorry to say, but
if we
I'm
if
giving
we
you just a
focus
single.
if we focus on our souls, we are going to get self-realized. Like we will ask questions: Why are we here? What's our purpose? Where we came from? If you are focusing on that, then society doesn't matter. When you are on a higher consciousness,
So basically, you are telling about that shloka from Bhagavad Gita, which is that
I'm totally saying from
detachment. Detachment
Yeah.
is not about that you own nothing, but nothing owns you. That is
nothing
what
else.
you're saying,
That's
right?
the thing.
Being in a
When
society,
being in
we
a
will
society,
have the attachment.
you are not attached to the society. You are not affected by the
Exactly.
activities of-
Sri Ramakrishna used to say, be in the world but don't be of the world.
Don't be of them.
That is what I'm trying to emphasize.
The ego, negative attitude, jealousy, irresponsibility are the factors which create an obstacle in our path. According to father of modern South Africa, Nelson Mandela said that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. In our student life, focusing in our student life.
So can you repeat your point, please? I want more this to have the clarity.
Yes, sure. The father of modern South Africa, Nelson Mandela said that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. In our student life, focusing in our education is solve 60% of problems in our.
Before to conclude your point, here we are talking about the education of mind and the education of soul, that we are connected. Actually, we are connected with the spirit and our soul. The divine soul which are present in ourselves is the actual education now.
No, it's not a part of. It's the part of education, but we cannot say like the whatever. If you are encouraging ourselves, if you are enhancing our skills, like soul, whatever you told. So we have to check the what kind of difficulties actually we are facing in our livelihood. What kind from childhood to as we are growing older and older. So that kind of difficulties you will find. Like if I am taking the example of Bachendri Pal, you all know about the Mount Everest, who has gone there. So if she thinks about the society, she is never able to get what kind of difficulties, what kind of strength she is having. So after getting herself, like she get to know who is she, and she after practicing, she is able to go to the Mount Everest.
It's her
Right?
confidence.
So,
That's
if
the
we
thing.
summarize,
We
That is,
have
he
to
has
have
the point that
self-confidence.
society only depends upon which situation. Society only sees about the situation and then tells about it.
We just have to live in the society which is the formalities, and after having ourselves, we have to do something for our society. We have to serve our society because we are living there. It's our duty. See, when we
Okay,
talk
so
about
if we summarize Bhagavad Gita, it clearly says that soul and bodies are different. Body is an instrument, is a trace which we change from time to time, and soul is which is eternal. So if we focus on that soul, then we are gonna realize this, that bodily experiences which is going on, we are connecting to
That is
society,
exactly what I
is
said.
not going to vary. We are not going to be affected by the
are
experience.
you against the society, like it affects or
See, let us talk
No,
about.
it affects, but you won't let you affect it if
but
you
the
are on that
person who is
consciousness.
weak, like he cannot, like he takes this very intentionally, he takes this. So what will happen to him? He will never be able to develop that courage to
First,
face them.
on your
See, you
No,
people
we are
focus.
not developing a view antithetical to society. We are in a society.
It's not
And
always
in fact,
about the
Sri Aurobindo said that man is dependent on society. Without society, a man cannot live in the current state as we are.
Thus, our topic is not about the society. Our topic is the difficulty.
Basically,
We don't
focusing
need to
on
live with society. We need to learn to live with it, and we need to cultivate ourselves so that we can
the
transform
hardship
ourselves.
doesn't always necessarily mean that you have to you're facing something adverse, right? It can also be like you're stopping yourself from doing something. For example, if there's a passion and you are scared to follow it, that is the difficulty. That is like you're blocking yourself.
But our biggest aspect work hard.
Conclude.
According to me, for our future, we need to work hard. One of my teacher in past said me that if you work 90% of your
labor, then 1% fate will be yours. If it will be not yours, then it's not your fault. But you will have the self-satisfaction that you did it. And self-satisfaction matters the most in a human being's life.
Actually, real difficulties in our life is that we are blindly believing on our fate, our luck. Actually, we are blindly believe on the fate. Like whatever we thinking that if we are not able to control everything.
The soul is a part and parcel of the supreme divine law, and in same in quality but different in quantity. So if the same in quality, then it's always pure. It's body that is good and bad. So our focus, if we focus on the soul,
First, we have to judge ourselves. What are the demerits inside us? Then we work on it.
Well, I can say it was a quite emphatic discussion. Please put your number cards there itself in the chair. So now, it's time for group 5. The first member of group 5, Prasad Kumar Panda from Vitam. Prashant Kumar Panda from Vitam. Subrat Panda, again from Vitam. Lisa Francis from Zaid Jamshedpur, participant 3. Abhishek Kumar Shah, Zaid Jamshedpur. Asutosh Praharas from PN Autonomous College. Devasmita Parida from PN Autonomous College. Amatul Mojib from PN Autonomous College. Ananya Vishwal from Banki Autonomous College. Samad Nisha from KMPM Vocational College. And the 10th participant of Group 5 is Falak Nizam from KMPM Vocational College. All the best to all the participants of Group 5. Now I would like to request Professor Satrupa Madam to please pick up the chit. Volunteer do the needful. Now the topic is jealousy is a dead poison that is fatal to the soul. Jealousy is a dead poison that is fatal to the soul.
So hello everyone, I am Prasanth Kumar Pandas here. I am from VITM Barampur. Today's the topic is jealousy is a dead poison that is fatal to the God. It is one type of spiritual and religious concept that is taken by the some of the different philosopher and different thinker. And one of the two thinker is our divine Reverend
Good afternoon to the juries. My name is Rishabh Francis. I am from XIT. Today's our topic is jealousy is a dead poison that is fatal to the soul. It can be defined as jealousy envy that can affect our self-esteem and unknowingly damage other feelings also. It can also affect our living and change view towards society.
Good morning, respected judges and my dear friends. I'm going to speak on the topic jealousy is a great poison that is fatal to the soul. Poison is referred to as any substance or feeling that can destroy our soul. Our soul is the reason for our confidence and the hard work that we do. Poisonous feeling destroys our ability to think, to relate, and to realize. And jealousy acts as a catalyst in destroying our soul.
Very good afternoon, one and all, and my gratitude towards the jury. Jealousy simply means getting yourself demotivated by looking up to other people's good deed. Jealousy is the only root cause of unhappiness, I think, and is also it also impurifies the soul by making it full of negativity. And I strongly believe that jealousy also is the concept of humanity nowadays. Thank you.
Good afternoon, present everyone here. I am Devasmita Padak from Prana Autonomous College. I personally believe, first of all, the soul is an immortal and invisible element that is meant for doing good actions only. And jealousy is just as a pollutant in the environment, as it harms the entire environment. Jealousy is something like that which arises from self-doubt only, and it also harms our self-esteem, just as stated by my fellow peers.
Very good afternoon. I'm Ankul from Prana Autonomous College, and today I'm going to say that God has given us emotions in positive and negative. And yes, I'm going to talk about the most dangerous emotion, yes, is jealousy. It is one and only emotion which harms and spoils whatever it touches. Jealousy is like a kind of cancer. It grows with the time, and I would like to say that if anyone is jealous of you, you should not get worried.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ananya Biswal from Marcus College. As humans, it is obvious to have desires, but dissolving it with dissolving its purity with envy and jealousy makes it a deadly poison. Improvements and evolving comes together when our souls are free of toxic values like jealousy and envy. We can care happiness, contentment, and pure success if we are finding the same for others and happy for them as well.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. This is Samanisha from Mrs. KMPM Vocational College, Jamshedpur. In my opinion, jealousy can be good and bad at the same time. There is a famous saying, there is no true love without jealousy. If there is true love, there would be jealousy. So, but the negative one will lead you to fatality in your soul, as well as it will affect your mental peace and mental sanity as well.
Very good afternoon to everyone over here. I'm Falak Nizam from Mrs. KMKM Vocational College. As Summer said, the jealousy is of two types. One is negative and one is positive. Negative one helps you achieve everything and anything, and negative one leads to destroying everything in your way.
Jealousy can destroy a person's true self and true nature. For example, at present generation, social media is playing a vital role in spreading jealousy among the youngsters. Social media, for example, Instagram, they have these models and the rich artists who try to fake their appearance on Instagram, and that make the other person and the young youth basically jealous, and so they get jealous and they try to adapt their nature, their ability, their capability, knowing that it's them and it's not their ability to adopt. They just forget about understanding.
Completely respecting your point of view, but my take on this is very different. As you said that they are jealous and they take it as in very negative manner. As I said, that jealousy can also lead to positivity. What if they are jealous and they feel that, okay, I also want to be like that person. And what if that leads them to be a successful person?
But that will not help them to achieve enlightenment.
How not? I just said that what if it leads them?
Enlightenment basically refers to knowing about yourself and knowing about your true nature, knowing about the soul that God has provided to us, knowing about what we have.
Why
and
to
what
pay
we can.
heed to such people who always show off in social media, like they have this status, they do such things, they do many fake things in social media. And we do. We click 10 pictures, we post one, the best one.
So to add on to her, she's perfectly right by saying this. If we are getting jealous on these topics, then we are know our own values and not we are not actually talking about a real jealousy that will benefit us.
Exactly.
Beg your pardon, but I agree with both of them. But the thing is, nowadays, the youth is the one who is being jealous, isn't it? I think that jealousy has become a reflex thing. From the past few weeks, I have been counting how many times I get jealous by looking up to others. I lost count, isn't it? Maybe it is because
It can also be a complex. You might be having superiority complex on that.
I agree with all of you. I agree that jealousy can lead to achievement, new ability, but it doesn't allow you to achieve the right ability that you have to unlock the full potential of yourself. For example, I will take the case of Eklavya. Dronacharya had promised Arjuna to make him the greatest archer. But so, for that reason, he had rejected the Eklav's opportunity. Arjuna was jealous from the rest of the world. He wanted to become the best archer in the world.
So as of now, was
But Arjuna,
it was your own very words that youths are being jealous. Today's youths are being jealous. Excuse me, sir. I beg your pardon. It was your very own words that youths are being jealous. So it is a history of being jealous, right? You just said it is from the period of Eklavya and Arjuna. And it has been carried out.
Him as an inspiration. Exactly. As an inspiration. Jealousy will not be the only thing
The rich culture and heritage that our ancestors have provided to us, the stories that our ancestors have provided to us.
Exactly, that's what my point is. You just
See,
said
we
that
try to be as successful as him, right? According to you.
Excuse me.
So this is not jealousy. This is a kind of thing that you want to be. He's taking him as an inspiration, in my opinion.
Different people have different opinions. As I have said earlier, I believe both of you are correct. As he said, he is also correct.
his point of view. Yes,
He is
saying his point
he
of
is
view.
actually, mixing the words inspiration, idealism,
Not
along
clear.
with jealousy.
He is not clear.
Exactly,
But
it's not
what you
clear
want
in
to
fact.
portray is that jealousy is harmful. at the end of the day,
At some point of
jealousy
view, it is good to jealousy something when we actually.
Acha, if I want to become Mr. Ambani, am I jealous of him?
Now, number 9.
Yes.
9.
Yes, sir. Okay, so in my opinion, if you are jealous of someone else's success, like you are envious towards them, or status or beauty in a negative way, you are not praising them, you are.
I would like to say we agree with them that jealousy is not harmful for us because I will be very proudful to know that my friends are jealous of me. This means that somehow I am better from them. Though they are getting jealous of me.
So I have to understand that jealousy could be a part of poison to the soul because what we are going to do can be affected by others' thought. And jealousy is somehow really detrimental to everyone around us. It's not like we are going to be the one who is going to go through worst case situation.
Any stages, some person's achievement the success. So success is achievement to other person to encourage those persons to not the jealous people. Because the jealous people after some time that person is the fatal. Then all the future all the future and life like.
Okay, one more thing is just I want to quote. So jealousy is a complex emotion that can be incredibly harmful to both the individual and experiencing it. So relationship.
By concluding everything, I would just like to say that jealousy may lead into big clashes and clans. It can spoil holy and divine environment around us. Jealousy not only corrupts the soul but also the environment you're being around. So equal to equal, the jealousy is equally positive, equally negative.
So all I just want to conclude is, I would like to give an example. There are two types of jealousy. If you are jealous of someone's success or something like that, beauty, in a negative way.
Actually, we are getting out of the way from our topic that how jealousy is a dead poison to the soul. In my opinion, jealousy is the root cause that we are becoming more self-centered nowadays. That is making our soul empty. Thank you.
Jealousy may help in achieving a bit of a task, but in reality, jealousy harms the soul somewhere. To achieve enlightenment, to know the God, to connect with the God, it is important for a person.
So in my opinion, everything has a negative point or a side effect. So jealousy has this side effect that it impures our soul and changes our view.
Sir, same as 4, jealousy may achieve your goals.
The conclusion itself, as I said, it is done. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Group 5. Now here we will move with Group 6. Group 6. Please settle down, everybody.
Ma'am, shall I call group 6? So group 6, first participant is Yash Mahanti from Utkal University. Sushrita Devada from Talcher Autonomous College. Meenakshi Priyadasani from DAV Business Management. Harshvardhan Singhal from Vikas School of Business Management. Fifth participant is Ritvik Raj from Alukal Autonomous College. Kusi Ray from Alukal Autonomous College. Seventh one, Adarpruta Mahanti from Christ College, Cuttack. Ashish Naik from STB Medical College, the next one. The ninth member, Ipsita Swai from STB Medical College. And the last one of group 6, Gautam Das from STB Medical College. To please pick up the chip. Now the topic is, all who are truly strong and powerful are always calm. All who are truly strong and powerful are always calm. The topic is, all who are truly strong and powerful are calm. So please be calm and silent.
Good afternoon. According to me, calmness is one of the greatest virtues to possess. Powerful people have the ability to channelize their energy in the right direction. And calmness helps us to maximize our advantages and minimize our defects. And at the same time, it helps us to see more clearly. And this is an attribute of real power people. So for me, calmness is truly a great virtue and it is absolutely the virtue of powerful people.
Hello. Good morning, jury members. I would like to say about the topic, all who are truly strong and powerful are always calm. For a strong and powerful people, calmness is always required. Calmness is the most important for a successful life. It gives mental peace and gives energy to thought about our successfulness. So,
one who's powerful has the attribute of calm and composed. They have the power of inner self, the power within, the power of discipline, dedication, and self-confidence. Calmness, a powerful emotion, brings you a clear sense and hence gives a clear path towards your goal. Take the example of a calm speaker, a leader like APJ Abdul Kalam. Thank you.
Stay calm, be strong. Stay calm, be strong. Never let anyone can destroy you. Never let anyone can destroy you. And one good afternoon to one another. Today Harshvardhan Singhal, a student of Vikas School of Business Management, want to tell some lines on all who are truly strong and powerful are always calm. When you are trying to do something in your life, times will become when you are tired of trying those things. And remember that there is always a light at the end of tunnel. There is always a light at the end of tunnel. Remember that God is always watching us. And
a very good afternoon to everyone. My name is Rudrik Roy. It takes a lot of mental training to reach the level of where you can keep your mind and heart composed every time, which creates a visual space inside the mind to handle every situation in an appropriate manner. So that's how truly powerful and strong are able to keep themselves calm.
Sat Sat Koti Naman at the lotus feet of Divine Mother and Namaskar. This is Krishira, and coming to the topic, Buddha said, one who has found solitude in calmness and peace and quietness has freed his soul from fear and enjoys the joy in dharma. Life is all about finding calmness in chaos. In the midst of calmness and in the midst of chaos and movement, find your inner self. And because when you find your inner self in calmness, you become a part of Tattva existence, that is Sankhya Yoga. And realizing of Sankhya Yoga, you become what you are made up of. Your mind is made up of obviously Panchamana and Pratis Prakruti.
Strength does not come hand in hand with stress or boasting. We need to set our stress aside and work with a little confidence in order to put forward our strength and achieve success. Boasting about our abilities is also not going to take us anywhere. We need to show our hard work to the world in a very calm manner. Calmly putting forward our plus points is the best way we can work. Channeling our power calmly will create the best image of us. People will recognize our strength when it is expressed properly without creating any chaos.
Salutations at the lotus feet of Sri Ma Anandami and a very happy birthday to the mother. The topic today is a saying by the mother who also said that divine quietude has very great strength and great force and helps in sadhana for a sadhaka to achieve the supramental.
Namaste. Glory to the lotus feet of Sri Aurobindo and gratitude to the divine Sri Anandamayi. Today's topic is a great saying of Sri Aurobindo, and the mother and Sri Aurobindo can exemplify it very well. Once Sri Aurobindo said that he wanted to descend down to the very physical, the likes of which he cannot find in any other human being on this earth. The powerful mindset comes from the true knowledge you have attained. So the intellect, it develops into the wisdom.
Salutation to the lotus feet of Sri Aurobindo and gratitude to the divine Sri Anandamayi. To be calm in itself is the great achievement. After winning, no one gone through it, what struggle you do and how you suffer to achieve it. That glory developed only by the strength and power you do in calm. Thank you.
Why there is to be quality? If you ask me why calmness is needed, I must say that helps you to raise a discussion than a fight. It helps you to be more transparent with your thought process and bringing more clarity of what you are thinking in your daily life. It avoids the thoughts of arrogance and it ignorance from your egoistic, materialistic life of the earth. It helps you to think before you speak. It helps you to find solutions to your problems rather than being busy in creating more problems than lying to yourself. That is your inner self, which ultimately is a more vital consciousness, is departing, creating more hurdles in your life. Calmness helps to realize better things are always ahead. Calmness helps you to bring faith, and faith can move mountains. Calmness makes you more stronger than your challenges, and you realize that no matter wherever you are going to be where you must be through your passions and calmness. Thank you.
If we talk about mind, which is our most superior organ, it is responsible for our belief, thought, and actions. And now if we compare our mind with water, we can clearly see that when water is turbulent, it is very difficult to see and move forward. But when water is calm, it is crystal clear and you can really plan things forward. So here I would say that calmness is actually a very powerful attribute. Calmness allows us to analyze our actions, understand our mistakes, and allows us to make moves in future which will help us and truly establish ourselves as powerful people.
Calmness, gentleness, silence, and self-restraint.
After some time, we are tired of trying that I can't do that work or I can't do this work. But we must always be strong and calm, sworn and faith to God. Remember that we are all of the children of the God, and God is Almighty Father. So from this, I want to say that be strong and move forward with a positive attitude.
So a man is made by his belief, and he believes, so he becomes. So I believe that a powerful person has calmness in his hands. Hence, calm and collected demeanor eradicate fear and anxiety. A calm person has utmost control over his behavior, his thoughts, his emotion. And when you have control over your behavior, thoughts, emotion, jealousy, bad thoughts, depression, you will not have it in your hand. It makes a person, calmness makes a person to transition his soul so that the soul can travel towards the eternal. Right? Do you guys agree?
To give an analogy of the ocean, wherein the superficial surface has all the waves and turbulence where ships lurch forward and backward. But as we go into the depths of the ocean, where it is all calm and quiet, similarly the outer being, the superficial being of physical, mental and vital aspects is where all the lurching and all the tribulations come up. As one goes within towards the psychic and the spiritual being, therein lies calmness.
Bhagavad Gita says there is
with my friend who told that we as human beings have a divine virtue. We have an ulterior motive, and that motive is to establish a connection with the Supreme Almighty. I absolutely agree with my friend, and I would say that when we are calm and composed, then we can absolutely establish a connection with God. We can truly understand the real purpose, the real meaning of our life as well as our existence.
The highest result of education is tolerance. If we educated our mind as well as our soul and heart, then we require calmness, because we know how to tolerate in any situation, that is whatever may be difficulty in front of you. Education is the powerful thing that you make be strong and positive, and it makes you a powerful person. When we control our emotion and become full in any type of difficult situation, then we consider as a powerful person, because we truly strong and powerful in our inner, and we truly strong by our soul. So if we calm in any situation, we can tolerate any type of difficulties and be focused in our work and do your best and be a strong person. In Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says that focus on your work, not your result. So we have become and focus on your work.
Calmness leads you to the always leads
always
you
have a
to the
positive point to our future.
Calmness always leads you to the path of divinity, serenity, irrespective of the code of conduct. Now, how to attain the calmness? If we consider the creation as a whole, the highest level is the consciousness. Now, how to reach that? We have to eradicate the ego, arrogance, mind, buddhi, intellect, attain the intelligence in your life, then you can evolve to the wisdom, and finally you can attain the consciousness, and here the divine power is ready to give you the divinity, because once a human is ready to accept it, the divine power is ready with all the open hands to give you, to bless you with his wisdom. So to actually become strong and powerful in our life, not physically but mentally, because when you are strong and powerful from your mind, you can conquer the world at any time, at any place, and in any situation with a good heart, and that makes you a good human being, and here you satisfy your life, your purpose of being born. So thank you.
Bhagavad Gita says there is inaction in action and action in inaction. And the one who realizes it is the most intelligent of all. So when I say that you are calm, you are actually not doing something rather than your vital mind that is contained of your sentience towards the soul, your passions, your desires, and everything is in actual action, because there is calmness, peace, symphony with the parallel universe that runs inside of you and is in coexistence with the supreme mental soul of yours, is already thinking of what you really want to achieve. If the bringing justice to the face of yours, that is it doing wrong or is it right? It helps you to think what is ahead of you. If you are right on the path, or if exactly where you want to be or where you are not, and helps you to become a true yogi or a state of a karma yoga where you are able to achieve through only calmness, because you are able to control all your emotions that is inside of you, which is constantly in fight in motions with the matter of the nature of the entire environmental being, because your psychic being, your vital being, and the physical being, that you Atma Purusha, the vital being inside in and the psychic being, is always in constant fluctuations, because being a human, we always in a transitory motion where we are conflicting within the nature, because we are really not able to differentiate between ourselves and what inside is running. We are constantly in fluctuations and in fight with our surroundings, and every motion that is in conflict with it, and it is only calmness, my dear ladies and gentlemen, that helps us to attain what we really want, to realize that whatever we are doing, if it is right or wrong, if it is going to serve, are we a benefactor to the society, are we a servant to the society, are we a real creation of the soul that is inside of us, are we really a creation of the Lord that is above us, that is the transcendent being, and we really a child of the being, are we really a child of the mother?
As a youth of this nation, I would say that if there are only two attributes that I would like to have, one of these would be calmness. Let it be calmness, because calmness resembles patience. Let it be calmness, because calmness resembles power. Let it be calmness, because it resembles self-awareness. Let it be calmness, because it resembles that I will be on the right path and I will find the purpose of my life. Let it be calmness, that one day I will surely establish a true connection with divine supreme power.
As
As
that
the
calmness
is achieved by the meditation.
We have the capability and power to achieve our goal. And after we have a calm and we have a strong power, then we can achieve our goal.
Self-restraint, calmness, gentleness, silence, self-restraint. Purity are the discipline of the mind. That is what I believe. Calmness, we believe in faith, right? We believe that our destiny is written. It is a topic in our discussion. Faith is something that determines the course of a person's life without their involvement. We do not have any involvement. But let me give you this. That calmness reduces self-criticism. It reduces doubt. You have a certain peace, certain mind. You get the moment to breathe, to not catch the speed of a train, rather to be slow like a turtle, win the race, right?
As the cold iron hammer strikes and molds a red-hot ingot, such as that, a calm, cool and composed calculated mind can mold any situation to its favor, like a medical emergency or a heated group discussion.
So this is what Divine Shrima
and keep all our negative thoughts in check. It creates optimism within us. We are conscious of ourselves when we are calm, and we can analyze all our situations properly. It keeps us motivated. Inner calmness makes us conscious of our surroundings as well. It helps us acquire insight of everything that goes on around us, and it helps us gain strength in even the most difficult times.
So
that calmness, that is the calmness and the patience, that is the two sides of the coin. If we lost our calmness, then just our patience also is.
So I would like to conclude by saying that calmness is important because that is why our Divine Shrima and Sri Aurobindo focused so much on the transformation of our soul by practicing the integral yoga. Sri Aurobindo, he discussed the tenets of his yoga and integral yoga and said it as the Purna Yoga because that is the way to reach the divine, to attain the divine power, and that is how we can reach to the hearts of people. We can be calm and composed, devoid of anger and rage, which can cause, which is nothing good to us. It can only cause the destruction. So to be a strong and powerful persona, you need to be calm and composed, and that you can attain through the dhyan or yoga.
I would say that this is not an opinion, but this is a validation that not only powerful people, but the most powerful force, that is nature, is calm. This just shows that how much of an attribute of powerful people is calmness.
Calmness is the realization of I is the seer and the doer in the Samagra Sansara of the whole existence and the greatest path towards attaining the kingdom of heaven of inner contemplation and self-realization towards the higher self of illumination, mind and intuition.
The weak mind is susceptible to the tribulations of nature. It is agitated, has hate, and projects anger. But a calm mind will have mastery on its nature, will have mastery on the inner soul, and will be able to take vibrations from the supramental divine light, the divine mother.
I feel the person who can control himself at the present time, because yesterday was a history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called a present. If you can control yourself at a present time and be courageous, and it takes a lot of time to develop it, so a proper soul education and a heart development is required for it. Thank you.
Powerful and strong. It gives a deeper sense to our life, deeper sense to the beauty created by the divinity. Calmness has hold over every storm. Hence, I believe that calmness is something which is a very powerful emotion and we shall all achieve it.
I would like to conclude by saying a quote by Sri Aurobindo that man is not final. He is a transitional being and he never knows what awaits. It's a formation of the diviner race, that is the supra mind. Thank you.
An amazing discussion. Thank you, Group 7. Group 6, sorry. Now here I go with the Group 7. The first member of Group 7, Khushi Garg from Vikas School of Business Management. Khushi Garg. Next, Prachi Agarwal from Vikas School of Business Management.
Rasmi Raseswari Nanda, Institute of Pharmacy and Technology. Ipsita Mahapatra from Institute of Pharmacy and Technology. Sambit Brahma from Kids School of Management. Sixth participant Ronak Das from Kids School of Management. Prisika Panda again from Kids School of Business Management. Now let me say one more international participant is among us. He is Yakitri Abdullahi from Kids School of Management. So this obviously has taken Yugma to the international level. Now the ninth participant, Chinmay Harichandan from Birla Global University. And the 10th one, Pravar Nilay, again from PG. Pravar Nilay from PG. So all the best to the group 7 participants. I request Professor Vishnu Prasad Kar to please pick up the chief and student volunteer please do the needful. Now the topic for group 7, a bad thought is the most dangerous of thieves. A bad thought is the most dangerous of thieves. Good afternoon to one and all present over here. Myself, Kushi Garg from Vikas School. Silence.
To one and all present over here, I am Khushi Garg from Vikas School of Business Management, Bargarh. So, all existence is based on Brahman, Atman and Ishwar, the creator of this universe who gave you this beautiful life. Now, here it is upon us how we design our lives, and it is upon us how we use our life according to our mindsets and thoughts.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. I am Prachi Agrawal from Vikas School of Business Management, Bargarh. Today's topic is a bad thought is the most dangerous thing. So, on this topic, I want to say that thought is something that our mind thinks and that comes out through our words and gives something meaning or sense to the listener. Bad thought is something that acts as TV.
Thought. Thought means opinion or thinking of ourselves. If we have thought, then we have hope for that thought. We always thought for doing our best and never thought of doing worst thing at any cost. We should be clear about our thinking and the thoughts that we are hoping for, and we will hope for that. Thank you.
Good afternoon, all present here. Aspire to inspire before we inspire. Thoughts are the key of knowledge, and by thoughts we can achieve the what we want and what we want to do in our life. So we can do a betterment in our thought. It may be good or bad. It may be both good and bad thought, and thought arises from our soul. Thank you.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. My name is Samit Brahma and I'm from KIT University. Now imagine you're headed on your way to a competition with a positive mindset. But then you're suddenly struck with a bad thought of failure or being ridiculed at. Now this might leave you or cause you to spiral into anxiety, and your confidence is stolen or robbed due to one bad thought. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ronak Das from KIT School of Management. So talking about the topic, what I believe is that we get a lot of thoughts in our daily lives, and we should know how to control it, because only we can do that. A person who thinks negative becomes negative, and the one who thinks positive inhalates positivity in his or her soul. So we should remember that always.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Rishika Panda, and I'm from KIT School of Management. So the topic for today is a bad thought is the most dangerous of evil. It is said that it is not a sin unless it is in your head, but it becomes a sin after it is nurtured or it is applied. So to nurture it or to apply it, we require a massive amount of bad thoughts. And I would like to say that there is a difference between a negative thought and a bad thought. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jack Abdullah. About the topic, I'm just going to say one thing, which is our thoughts is something, it's the reflection of our lives. So many people who are saying the words, they are occupying good positions. This is their thoughts they have been putting, they have been nurturing in their life. Even the respective juries here, they have been nurturing like a kind of thought that put them here, that put them at the higher positions. So whatever we think is the reflection of our life. Thank you.
Good afternoon, dignitaries. Bad thoughts can hamper our mental sanity. It not just destroys your thinking power, but also reduces the clarity of the human being. Bad thoughts are just like the mud or algae in the pond, out of which a person needs to bloom like a lotus. Thank you.
Bad thought can impact us negatively. Bad thoughts leads us to overthinking, which may take us to which may make us take wrong decisions also.
Hoping for the best and prepare for the worst. We can say that thought is directly proportional to the hope. Thought is something that comes to our mind with uncertainty of seconds.
thoughts are various types. Like my colleague said that bad thoughts, good thoughts. And it depends upon us how we are culturing our thought. We are culturing in a good way, then we will have the good thoughts day, whole day. If we are culturing the bad thoughts, then we will culture whole day the bad thoughts.
Human beings are born as a neutral human being. It depends on the human being itself that how he is thinking, how he is having the thought process. So according to that, if a person is having a positive thought process, then he will characterize it in a positive way and will create a positive impact. On the other hand, if the individual is characterizing in a negative way by creating a negative thought process, then he will create a negative impact in the society.
So Shri Krishna used to say, सब जग ईश्वर रूप है, भला बुरा ना कोई, जैसी जिसकी भावना तासो ही फल होई. So this couplet in Hindi means that we all are the manifestations of God. God has created us. So the way we become, it is just because of our thoughts. So if we think good about someone, we become a good person. And if we think bad about someone, we become a bad person. And that thing gets repeated back to us. So what we do for others, the same thing will come to us. So we should always think positive and indulge ourselves in good thoughts.
God has provided us with enormous amount of wisdom, but our thoughts are completely dependent on us, whether it will be positive or negative. Like one of my fellow mates said that we are all born as neutral beings. Yes, we are all born as neutral beings and thought arises from our soul. But as we start growing, we see different things around us. We learn from our parents, from our society, from everyone, and that creates an impact in our life. Now, it is our performance that transforms our actions into our real life and our actions into our fate and our career and our life ahead. All things
I
are
have two takes on this topic. It is obviously more inclined towards the bad side because as the name suggests, it's a bad thought. But I believe a bad thought will obviously hinder your day and will hinder your performance at the same time. But if well prepared enough and you head into a competition like I had mentioned and things don't go as bad as you perceive it to be, then I believe things can only go uphill from there.
I will go forward by stating this thought by a Buddha. The Buddha was asked, what's the most dangerous thing in the world? And he said, a thought. Your thought is the most dangerous thing in the world. But they asked him again, why it's a thought? Then he said, a negative thought is the heaviest burden that someone can carry. And they go forward and ask him again how we can be like a heaviest burden. And they say, a negative mind will never give you a positive life. So let's take like our real life example. We are seeing so many people. The PM of India, Narendra Modi. So he's the PM of India, not just like God has made him to be a PM of India, but he has been doing something. He has believed in his conviction. He has believed in his mindset, in his thought that it was nurturing. So we cannot have something that we don't think of. This is impossible. So even like in religious aspects, what's hope? We should have hope. But why God is advising us to have hope? To have hope. If we do not have positive mind, we can never and ever nurture, how can I say, good thoughts. So this is the most important thing in life. We are doing so many things in our words, but the success is lied to the thought we carry. You may try something, as Sandeep just put on, you may be doing something, but if you do not have positive thinking, positive thoughts, you will never and ever achieve your target. That's the most important thing. In religious aspect, as well as in our day-to-day life.
Here I want to state the example of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. I think if we are talking about positive thoughts, he is the best example that we can give. So it was an incident when he was about to be, when he was announced as the President of India. So he was asked that you can bring 2 people with you for the ceremony. So he chose one very small manager of a hotel and a cobbler. He could have taken any big celebrity for his ceremony, but he chose both of them because he maintained good relationship with them. It was his positive vibes, it was his positive thinking that induced him to do so.
I would like to give a bright example that
all things are bright and beautiful, and all the creatures and wise and wonderful. This is the positive thought I have read in some English books, and I can say an example that if we see the bottle, half of the bottle is empty and half of the bottle is full. And we are here sitting here, and many of us have seen the bottle which is empty, and many of us are seeing the bottle which is full. And who are seeing this as the full bottle or full glass is the positive mindset, and emptiness is the negative mindset, I said. And another thing I want to tell that a bad thought can ruin a good thought also, and we have to achieve the goal. That is, Swami Vivekananda said that arise, awake, and stop not stop not till the goal is reached. So, with a positive thought, we can achieve the goal with our
being the home. I'd like to give an example that great author named as Stephen Hawking, who was half paralyzed, by having a good thought process and courage in himself, he achieved a greater position in his life. One more example is like.
So adding and agreeing to what everyone else said, I would like to say that a bad thought will do harm other people around you, but it will also harm you to a greater extent. As my fellow contestant number 9, she said that it harms our mental stability. So once the bad thought starts dwelling in your head, it's all about pulling the other person down, and it's not about you or your strategy to succeed.
The Raj Vidya Yoga. What Sri Krishna told to Arjun is that Arjun, do you know why I am giving you the supreme knowledge which I have not given anyone till now? Just because your thought process is very good. Do you know why I am supporting you and not the Karnas? Just because due to your positive thought process, just because you want to do good for people, and that is why I am supporting you. So even the Supreme God is telling us to do good for the people, even the Supreme God is telling us to think positive. So I think we should act upon it.
Act positively also. To avoid such situations, we must hang out with positive people only. So there's also saying that the way, the type of people we hang out with, we become the average of those people.
I agree with your point, but I have a small contradiction, and that is obviously it is important to maintain a positive attitude towards everything, be it good or bad. But I believe if you always maintain a positive attitude and something goes out of place, you will be put in a change. You will be in a pretty messed up situation. I believe it is important to maintain a realistic point of view for stuff to prevent the bad thought from taking over. Obviously, it might take over depending on how bad things go. But if you think realistically or at times positively, it will definitely.
Yes, I agree to your point too. That being Homo sapiens, we have the power to decide what's wrong, what's right. So bad thoughts can nurture due to many circumstances and can be controlled by proper mindset, which comes from like pure mind. And I would suggest pure mind comes from great knowledge by reading books and listening to great leaders like Gaur Gopal Das, a great fan. And pure minds come from acknowledging good thoughts from scriptures also, or like my fellow members said, from Srimad Bhagavad, all the good thoughts and answer to all the questions that we have in our current situations also.
I think spiritualism is based on good thought. As we see in life, we have faith, but what's faith that we have? It's the fact of believing something you haven't yet seen. It's the fact of believing in a miracle that can happen. It's the fact of believing in the change that can happen in your life. So in this aspect, when God says you have to believe, you have to have faith and hope, what that means you have to escape from the bad thought that's turning in your mind that can misguide you. So in the spiritual life, that's really important for our faith that we have toward God. This is really important. So we cannot be a good worship of God without good thoughts. So if we have good thoughts, that will help us attain another level of our spirituality. That's really good. But when you also trust what's being said by God, that will also help you achieve another level. You will also see the changes that's happening in your life. Similarly as in our day-to-day life that happens. So you may attend an exam that you don't believe you're going to make it, but you put your trust in God and you appear for the exam. But not because you put your trust in God you're going to succeed, but you put your mind in the state where you will be able to do something. So at that state you have good thought, so you will be able you will enable yourself to do something in the exam. So positive thought is the background of everything, every achievement of life. That's really important we should have. Whether spiritual life, whether another kind of life, this is really important for our life.
As one of my friend told that negativity can be a reason that can be change the bad thought into the good thought. And I have a point to say that the very first realization is we are not the bodily matters, we are the soul. And good thought arises from the soul. And we have to meditate ourselves, we have to pray to God, and we have to identity as we are not the bodily matters and we are the souls, and souls can die.
So, if we want to lead a peaceful life, then definitely we should have a very good thought. Like in the morning when Ram told that when a person ran over that little girl, what he could have done was he could have taken that girl to the hospital. But due to his negative mindset, what he did? He ran away. Then for the next 20 years of his life, he was in the guilt that he could have saved that girl. So to lead a peaceful life, you must have a good thought.
He could have apologized at that point, I think also. That was the the ultimate answer to the question, that he could have apologized, but he didn't.
Yes. Choosing not to meant that he was negative from the beginning.
So we can conclude that bad thought makes us only focus on the consequences we can face. But a good thought can make us believe that we can solve this problem and face it with a positive mindset. Thank you.
Please read the topic once again. All of you. Please read it. Done? Start.
Starting with, I think bad thought is
A bad thought might steal or hide your positive side, but if you're truly willing to get it back, it means you're positive from the get-go.
If bad thought is sometimes bad thoughts manipulate us. It causes self-deception, sometimes which has no basis in reality. So we hope for good things to happen, but actually our bad thoughts, they transform our good thoughts into the bad ones.
Nowadays, if a person is choosing any job, now, can we say a small scale job, then he can be judged by two kind of thoughts. One is positive and another is negative. Bad thoughts can discourage him and good thoughts can encourage him for betterments.
Bad thoughts coming to mind, it says genuine thing, bad thoughts will come. You can do yoga, you can do medication to remove bad thoughts. But if you have strong mindset, then you can change it.
A bad thought will never help us in taking the right decision. So if we want to take right decision in our life, we should have good thought. The thought process of a person should be good. Then,
relating to the topic what sir said, I think there are 5 thieves, and out of the 5 thieves, bad thought is the most dangerous, I would say. I am sorry, I don't have the adequate knowledge to address all the 5 thieves.
I think what you said, the thieves, the first we discuss as jealousy
And the second is bad thought. Even I don't have the knowledge about the tapes, but still.
I can add one more. Anger is one of the things which affects our decision making.
Sir?
I think bad thoughts steal our success. Can you make...
Sir, can I give the example of this? Some bad thought like suicide attempts.
The bad thoughts constitute of the sins which are anger, wrath.
Bad thoughts can be a consequence of bad thoughts can create many negative aspects and impact.
So the bad thoughts, like here we are concluding, like it manipulates and it's a greediness.
Sir, it's the evil.
So I must say thoughtful discussion. So you can keep your number cards. Thank you so much for being here. So seeking jury's permission, shall I proceed? So here we go with the last group, group 8, and the participants are Pranav Quila from Roland Institute of Pharmaceutical, Lakshmi Ranjan Sahu, Roland Institute of Pharmaceutical, Pragya Paramita Patnaik, Roland Institute of Pharmaceutical, Angad Pal, again from Roland Institute of Pharmaceutical, Vibhu Datta Padi from VGU, Suchismita Behra from Mahasi College of Natural Law, Pritish Priyadarsan Parjosi from Mahasi College of Natural Law. So we have 7 participants in the group 8. So well, we can have a round of applause for the last and the final group 8. Now all the best to all the participants of group 8. Now since it's the last group, so I would like to So now moving further, I would like to request our Associate Dean Training and Placement to please pick up the sheet for the topic of Group 8. Now the topic for Group 8, the soul in man is greater than his fate. The soul in man is greater than his fate.
So all the best.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pranab Kuila, and I am from Roland Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences. So today's topic is the soul in man is greater than his fate. So I would say no astrologer or no palmist can say what your fate would be when you grow up or in your future. All your fate is in your own actions and your own thoughts. So I would say one is the master of his soul. One is the decider of what he wants his fate to be. Many possibilities are there that a pre-decided fate would become true, but it is always.
Good afternoon everyone. My name is Rasmiranjan Sao from Roland Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences. So the topic is the soul in man is greater than his fate. So what is fate? Fate is destiny. Destiny is the situation that is beyond our control. We can't control our destiny, but we can face the situation, we can control our senses, then we can win the situation and become successful in our life and to help the mankind, help the society by control our emotions.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is me, Pragya Paramita Patnaik from Roland Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences. Here it is my topic given that soul in man is greater in fate. In simple word, I want to say that no one can be you and no one can do your action more than you. Your potential only you know that how much capability you have. So your dedication, your faith and your solidarity defines your faith and your success in life. Thank you.
Good afternoon everyone. My name is Angan Bal and I am from Roland Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences. So today my topic is soul in man is greater than the fate. There is nothing like that fate is written in the palm or the forehead of a man. It's himself or herself who decides in future by their karma. A good soul or a pure soul will definitely have a good result. So I can say that it's really true that.
Good afternoon. So soul brings a concept of immortality onto the table. I think we can live with ourselves if we can make the correct decision. soul also plays a part in deciding our conscience. Because consciousness is the main thing that helps us decide the difference between bad and good. At the end of the day, I think soul leans towards the greater good and helps us to see the greater good in the world.
Definitely the sole purpose of a man's life is to attain spirituality. That's why we are all here gathered for. So soul has that ultimate power that can change the destined fate which is designed by the Almighty. Soul, like a person is solely responsible for the fate. Definitely fate is something that is destined. It is all planned by the Almighty, by the God. But with true reflection of one's soul, he can absolutely frame his fate in the golden words of the world.
Everyone, my name is Sudarshan Parduse from RC College of Natural Law. In this given topic, my opinion is soul defines the very nature of a man. The fate is what is unknown, but the soul is what we can develop and we have control of. Soul is very divine that must be developed in a better way than the rest in our life.
So, as the topic is, the soul in man is greater than his fate. So there is two words, one is soul and one is fate. So I just want to give an example. By that I am damn sure you will definitely clear that how fate cannot determine our future. I just want to give our former president Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who belongs to a poor family of the South India, but finally he became the president of our India, the first citizen of our India. So how can it? Because he has the capability to be the president, he is the capability to service the mankind, he has the inner virtue, he has the inner quality, by that he will achieve the success, not by the destiny. So only that the destiny we have fate, we have our luck, there is not luck is always favorable. We have to work hard, we have to work in our potential, we have to express our potential in our mankind, in our society, then we will definitely successful. So friends, are you agree with me?
The power that the soul holds, actually it is so powerful, it is so related with our consciousness, with our personal consciousness, that it can definitely change everything with the better part.
I would agree with this point. I think faith is a constant term. Faith doesn't bring revolution or changes in the society. Sometimes we need to add and subtract some things from the society that I absolutely need. I want to take the topics of the communities of LGBTQ plus and the different faith that was carried down on these communities. It was the inner voice of their soul which led to the revolution. Also talking about the substances, which would also include the Sati Pratha, which was carried down from a long time according to the faith of many, but it was virtually cancelled out from the society due to the inner soul and the revolution that were needed or the changes that were needed in the faith of our. I would definitely agree with my friend Rashmi, as he said that soul is just in ourselves and it is nothing like any astrology, our fate is decided. So God is always seeing us, people believe that God is always seeing us and He will do everything to change our fate or shape our fate. But without your indulgence in shaping your own future, there is nothing God can do about it. So I would say that you are responsible for your own fate, and being a good soul, having a good soul will lead to a greater fate for yourself only.
Yes, I also agree with that. That soul and faith are both are responsible to know your inner potential. But behalf of that, it is also necessary to do the hard work and that determination to work. If you are keeping faith, it's good. But at a with, you have to keep that
and dedication to our any success in life. Because your own potential is the major form that you will reflect in yourself, in inner self and others. So behalf of that, I want to also include that keep faith, but make sure you they also have the willingness to be the president. So he become, and they also have the willingness to be the president. So he become, and it's also true that he has the blessings of people whom he can touch hardly.
I would like to put some light about this guy when he mentioned that about the LGBTQ concept. It has been a very well-known topic nowadays because people used to talk about it a lot more than compared to the earlier times. It is known to be a taboo in the earlier times, while rather this time, in this modern world, it is a well discussed topic, as we all know. So, according to them or according to that particular community, they took birth as a particular gender, but it was all about fate. They were destined to lead that particular gender, but it was all about their soul, about their thinking, about their own perception, that how they going to live their life and how they going to lead with what gender they feel comfortable in. So that is how soul is all important, and it is definitely better than the destined fate.
I am agree with my friend Pranav and Amar. They said that God is almighty and God is superpower and He gives us the head. But your wish, in my opinion, your wish has been granted by God. Time will make it manifest. So you have to work hard. You have to increase your potential. You have to work with your potential. Then you will definitely success. Like many more example in our India and in also in the world.
Here also I would like to talk about the connection between the faith and the soul. Because soul talks about the greater connection between us. Also faith talks about the greater connection of the greater being that is available in the world, or the feel that you get when you talk about something divine. So there is an interlink or direct connection between our soul and the faith. If our soul is connected to a higher being, or if we connect our soul to a higher being, definitely we will have more faith and we will have a greater soul, or will see the greatness.
Yes, you will get right. But I would say we have to increase our soul potential. We have to service the mankind. That's why all people are know that we have the great soul. We have the great opportunity to do something. Then our faith also helps us to be successful.
Because we shouldn't ever forget that.
I would say having a positive outlook for the society, having a positive outlook for doing any work which will help for the society, having some kindness in regard for the society, loving each other, loving the other human creations which are created by God, will definitely lead to a good fate for yourself only.
So I would like to conclude this with that man is the maker of density. Man is the maker of destiny. So we can make our own destiny by our hard work, by our inner soul, by our inner virtue, by our inner quality. So we have to work hard. We have to work with our potential. Then we might be successful and be to serve the mankind as usual.
As I will say, faith is not predestined. It is unknown to us. We have to pave the road to our destiny, and we have to make our decisions and make our destiny a beautiful purpose for our
Thank you, Group 8, for your wonderful discussion. Now we are through with the GD round. Here I would like to say, let's have once again a huge round of applause for all the different participants for helping their thoughts in the GD topic. And also a big clap for all our three members for their one of our esteemed expert jury member. So pardon me, you can finish your cup of tea, sir. So whose profound address is a sine qua non for Yugma every year. So with utmost humility and modesty, I invite Dr. Ashok Mangaras, expert jury member, to address intellectual gathering.
I will really surrender myself before the Almighty, the pious, the noble souls in presence and in absence here. I feel honored to be a part and parcel of Yugma. I get confused. I don't find an answer to that. That's what I was sharing during a break outside of this venue. I'd like to scold you all. मैं आप सबको गाली करना चाहता हूँ. If you permit me, I want to scold one and all here. Also, my respected parents. I won't leave anyone, not even the jury members, not even, and I have much harsh words for the organizers. क्या समझते हो अपने आप को? तुम तो भैया वो धूल हो, तुम तो वो बालू हो, वो कंकड़ हो, वो पत्थर हो, जिसको आस्था स्कूल ऑफ मैनेजमेंट व्यवहार करके utilizing that, thereafter making that safe to breeze. Remember that carry for a victorious fight over the bad and to win over the bad, the evil, the negative, and similarly, आप ही वो लोग हो जो भाग्यवान हो. We are fortunate to be that dusty well in that pious, holy, purposeful, meaningful breeze being constructed with each of your thoughts that will help the upcoming, the next generations to pass, to meet the eternal, to meet the peace, to indulge into something goodness. You are really instrumental. I congratulate each one of you. I feel this. You know, in such occasions, when the organizers greet me, put a tilak here, Bankim sir, that's my back, I feel as if inculcating spiritualism into education, nurturing that, growing it up year after year, increasing the involving more and more people, and mostly the young, vibrant ones, those will truly be instrumental. Aaphi wo, you know, you just can't imagine the potential in you. It's not a great, learned one, doctors, scientists, lawyers, charters, whatever. But if you have that sense, that essence, that inclination of being into something spiritual, to feel it, to remember it, to utter it.
Sir, I'm a great fan of your voice, and this mic is hiding that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, ma'am, I remember those days when I'm in the campus, Doordarshan campus. If they spot me there, they'll just invite, sir. Yes, sir, got an OSD, off-screen voice. Do you remember the weather report? How it was out? So the man will be just giving me a cue. Everything set. पाणीपाग ऑफिस प्रकाश आसंका 24 मध्य आकाश में सुनना that used to give me 800 rupees in 84. Just guess it. आज कितना हो? To read that for भगवान को समझते समय बहुत भाग्यवान. कल इतनी कहीं था क्या जी अपन मान को समझ कर. बेसिक tangible. ना कौन कहियो किसी कोई बात नहीं बेसिक tangible ठीक है ठीक ना ये मोर भाग्य ये हममानकर भाग्य was destined that we will be here, right? As far as my students, my participants are concerned, I congratulate each one of you for participating in this. अपने आप को उस लायक समझा, उस काबिल समझा, आपने कुछ प्रिपेयर किया, उस और देखा तो सोचा तो that makes you different, you know. You are a special category. You are a special category. तुम तो हटके, तुमको अनमोल हीरा हो, जिसको सिर्फ पॉलिशिंग की जरूरत है. You are priceless. You will be in demand all along your life. You will be in demand. So keep browsing through. Keep yourself more and more indulged into, along with your professional domain, to complete your soul, to enjoy being in this world, to get the true happiness, to be closer to the most lovable one that you worship and you accept, you admit. That's it. And we don't expect more from you as jury members there. I was enjoying all your thoughts, you know. I felt like just getting up and seeing exactly what's written there. Whether it is thieves or something else. Whether it is ourselves or something else. Whether it's a soul or something else. I asked Upon you just wait for a minute, hold for a minute and get once again you read the thing what's written there. A bad thought, the most dangerous thing. एक घर में दो कैसे रह सकते? आपके दिमाग में दो चीज कैसे रह सकता है? Either a bad thought or a good one. किसको जगह दोगे आप? किसको नर्चर करोगे? किसको खिलाओगे? Your choice. Right? So if you give space to a bad thought, the real good one necessary, and you lose. Right? That's the greatest thing. हाँ? अगर आपका दिमाग नहीं है, अगर आपका दिमाग में सही चीज नहीं है, तो फिर क्या है? So we expected the same, what you performed here. So good of you. We enjoyed. We expect more. Please grow. Please get more mature. Please get connected. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara. If you really mean, bring your soul from within. Do really connect. It's not only the text that will help you. You need a good interpretation of that. You need to have a major analysis of the things. It's not going to do away only with the texts and getting it self-read or trying to analyze and interpret of your book. It's your own way. Please surrender to someone more, please. Someone. Guru karva ko padibo. बिना गुरु रे हबन ए जिंस बिना समर्पण रे हबन पाठ पढ़ जाई परिबे अपन डिग्री पाई जाई परिबे बट डेली अर्निंग अ practice of bread and butter helping yourself to strive on एपटे पसुची सेपटे बाहर चिंता मन में बोल छी कैसी का नाम जिंदगी है नहीं to live तो वही अच्छी ना do you exist or you live believe you need to prove it. शस्त्र भी चलाना है और शास्त्र भी समझाना है. When I sit for the mock interview for the aspirants, may it be OS or UPSC, OPSC, that's a very common question. You may agree or disagree, that doesn't matter, but you need to justify that. Why? And that why, that reasons, that as your thought goes, how you interpret it, that is what matters. To be decision is what makes sense. To be analytical is what that holds good for the society. Helps you to grow up as a leader, establish yourself. पहचान बनाओ अपनी. When I used to talk with my own song, he's a assistant executive engineer. He thinks that he's quite grown up, and he thinks that he's a great big shot. As well, officer, man, say, "Kaun kaput mujhe?" I used to drag him to the bottom. You are the least preferred and you are the person having the lowest degree and you are nothing. That designation doesn't matter. That package doesn't matter. Who are you? You need to discover. चाहे लाख मेले हो, 1000 महफिल हो, इंसान जब तक खुद से ना मिला हो, तब तक अकेला. That's a very common question. Come on, introduce yourself. In whichever interviews you see, come on, introduce yourself. So how do you like to introduce yourself? Unless you know yourself. It's very easy to point fingers at others, criticize, comment on others. But to be self-disciplined, to discover your personality is that what really matters. And this way of, this is the way यही माध्यम है. तुमको पहचानने की. तुम ही ईश्वर हो, तुम ही भगवान हो, तुम ही मंजिल हो, तुम ही सफर हो. हाँ, इसकी डेस्टिनेशन जरूर है. तुमसे बड़ा योद्धा कोई नहीं है. It was also one asking and seeking for God to be in front. कर्म जैसा महायोद्धा होगा तभी तो मैं फाइट करूंगा. आज के दिन में you don't find a gun for you if you want to fight. If you truly want something, अगर आपके समकक्ष कोई है, तो look at the mirror. और तुम हो. Fight with yourself. Throw yourself. It's not reading more few lines in the text or getting 4 marks more in the exams. It is to grow your inner self. And that will give you true happiness. औदा बढ़ाइए, अपनी औकात बढ़ाइए. That speaks about personality. अभिनंदन को जब पैराशूट में वो लैंड किया तो उसको पाकिस्तानियों ने अरेस्ट कर लिया और कई बार चाहे 1000 सवाल किए, एक ही जवाब मिला. I'm not supposed to say this. जो पीट रहे थे, जो टॉर्चर कर रहे थे, उन पाकिस्तानियों की भी हद हो गई. आखिर वही सवाल, किस मिट्टी के बने हो तुम? मैं उस मिट्टी की बात करता हूं. मैं उस मिट्टी की बात करता हूं. उस मिट्टी को मार लो, उसी मिट्टी में खुशबू है. उस मिट्टी में तेरी नाम है, तेरी इज्जत है, तेरी मान, सम्मान, शोहरत सब उसी में है. That's it. What you want. What's the inner stuff? Make it strong. Make it powerful. तुम उतनी ही कमा सकते हो जितनी तुम्हारी औकात है. I'm talking of your personality. First, don't think of earning more in every aspect. Think of growing yourself. अपनी औकात, अपनी औदा, अपनी पहचान, अपने अस्तित्व जिसमें वृद्धि हो. Enhance that. You will be unstoppable. don't just get crazy about some this fundamental domains, যে ডাক্তার হবি, ইঞ্জিনিয়ার হবি, সায়েন্টিস্ট হবি। এই কত শ্লোক বেদ ভালো করে উচ্চারণ করে তাকে এক্সপ্লেনেশন করো। You will have all your 365 days booked within and outside the boundaries of the country. We lack that. We lack a spiritual guru like I was just saying. শুনতে মতো এমনি শুনতে and you will be lost. Right? I'm not asking you to be like Dhirendra Sastri, but I like to be urging you upon that तुम अपनी पहचान, अपनी अलग सा एक हैसियत बनाओ. So whatever you are pursuing as studies, to earn your bread and butter, get you a name fame, it's all right, do it. But in addition to that, get a flavor of the spiritual art, flavor to that. आपकी जो खुशबू है, no boundaries can stop it. Will be called for from all across this globe. People will be eager to learn from you, how you relate, how you interpret, how you add, humor, how you add values to these management wonders. बहुत scope. So please do really make life meaningful through spiritualism. परिवार तुम माने तुम्हारे बारे में तो आशा अच्छी अवकाश नहीं इंजीनियर डॉक्टर बहुत अच्छे I know someone or a couple of them from SCB Medical College. Hats off. Wonderful. So जे जो डोमेन में पाठ पढ़ो था ना कहीं whatever discipline you are, I should really congratulate my friend from abroad, South Africa. Yes, yes, wonderful, wonderful. And that's the area, that's the core where we be growing ourselves. I mean, as a nation. अब सबको मिलके लेके तो अपना देश बनता है, नेशन बनता है ना सर. बस we want to establish ourselves in the entire globe through this only. To serving the entire world through spirituality. To arouse, to uplift the soul of each and every mankind, human being, all along, not only human beings, also nature. Embryo se leke the womb of a lady where a child gets its first existence. Everywhere. That's the hope in our children. We happy हैं, we are the best. Right? आप सबकी जरूरत पड़ेगी तब. आपकी मैथमेटिक्स की नहीं, आपकी फिजिक्स की नहीं. डेस्टिनी को डेंसिटी को उतला भाई. फिजिक्स में सिर्फ नहीं, उसकी जरूरत नहीं है आपको. ठीक है, it's all right. But आप अगर आध्यात्मिक इसकी और अपने मन बढ़ा रहे हो, उसकी डिमांड है, उसकी चाह है. We are again after establishing those gurukuls, those frameworks into our education systems. We need to learn and practice that, as my chief guest was saying in the morning. Those very rich fundamentals, I won't say traditional old fundamentals, rich fundamentals of our system, which were nurtured during the Nalanda, during those epic periods. शिष्टाचार, व्यवहार. इंसान अगर ठान ले तो भगवान को भी बस कर सकता है. भगवान 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 कहाँ दिखते हैं आपको? मुझे तो ऐसे मिलते हैं. मुझे तो ऐसे मिलता है. So try to purify your soul. Try to see that eternal truth in each and every one. See positive always, everywhere. Make it meaningful. Make a sense of living in this world. Contribute. Sacrifice. That's it. Will you do that? Yes. I love you all. Thank you.
We love imports will always be a guiding star to all of us in excelling in our career. Cooperation and efforts and also enough have the courage to start, the perseverance to continue, and the kindness to make it all beautiful. So dear participants, you have all outside your courage. Now the rest needed is your perseverance and your patience, because the results are yet to be out and you need to come tomorrow at 8:30. So have patience, faith in the divine, and with this I announce the closure of day 1 of Yugma 2023. Thank you. Good night. So I would like to request all the participants, parents and the faculties to have their refreshment, because we have all